everyone, we're live.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to Rhymes with Play. Oh, I need to change our title on Twitch.tv.
What's it say?
It should say Rhymes with Play episode 2. I don't know.
Episode
like
3, but I actually changed it.
Oh, did you already?
I did change it.
Okay.
But go ahead and sign in, because we're going to see our...
I can just go to our stream.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Just give us a sec while we set up.
We're a bit early anyway, so it's good to see you.
How's everyone today? Oh, perfect. Look how good you are at this.
Yeah. I'm good. I think we're just a bit early.
Yeah, sorry to get set up. Offline. No messages me. We got the chat room here. Close ad. Is this live? We should wait until it says. Oh, hi. I guess we're working. Hi, Kakutech. Hi, Q-chan. I should say Austin. I know your name. Alright, let's play this game and talk about it, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
I wish we could have the chat going somewhere, though.
I know. Do you want me to... I can try to... unfortunately, like, every time I click on this, it'll kind of minimize the chat. I don't know if there's a way to get it so it's always on...
Maybe I can look it up on my phone.
Always on top? Yeah, you can't get it on your... You can't get Twitch chat on your phone somehow.
I can or I can't?
You can. You should be able to.
Okay, great. Yeah, sounds good.
I'll start up. Easy mode?
No. Are you kidding? No.
I am joking.
Also, what should we use? Oh, you got nothing unlocked?
It's fine. All this stuff is... All the basic stuff is
good.
Okay,
let's just go.
Double lockpick? Can you do that? No. Look how good we are at programming. Alright.
Used to be able to. Chat with...
Chat with. There you go. Oh, you have to get the Twitch app.
Oh
Jeez Louise.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Why don't you just start playing? I'm going to grab my laptop.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
I'm going to start playing. Excuse me, guys. 1v1 you in Invisible Ink? Okay. Let's fight, dude. I'm an esports master. Where are we going today? Oh, Vancouver's available. You always go to Vancouver, right? That's strategy number 1. Oh, look how garbage that is. Vancouver sucks. Very guarded KO. Let's do that. I like very guarded mission 1s. So what have we been working on this week? So we just pushed an update on Tuesday. I'm excited to hear you guys' feedback. Once Jamie comes in with a laptop, we can read chat. And I'm looking forward to that. And specifically, I wonder how people are feeling about easy mode. Whether or not it's significantly easier than it used to be. If it's more fun as a more casual player. You know, whatever else you guys feel about that. So once I can read chat, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And what else are we looking forward to talking about? I don't know, just what we're working on this week. And oh, PAX. We went to PAX over Labor Day weekend, which was this weekend, and it was exhausting but excellent. We had a very cool lockpick box thing, and that our community manager Corey made, and it was incredibly successful. And what else is going on? So we got a garden here. He's not the armored guys. That's good. Does it work?
Here we go. Got this as well.
Oh, do you want to show this off?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we did a lock picking thing as I was talking about at PAX. So basically, people lined up to pick a lock, and if they got into the lock, there were all sorts of prizes in this cool laser box. It was like i7s and big SSDs and stuff like that. So really cool stuff. And basically, the 2 things from Valve stuff.
Yeah.
So they got this set right here. It looked like this. Comes in a cool little pass card, and it's got a real set of lockpicks.
Can you see it from here?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
What's going on here? How come we can't see ourselves?
Well, we're not playing. We can play that. You can use this to see our preview. So we got these little set of lockpicks here, and if you open them up, it's a real set of lockpicks. And I believe these are available on our store now or soon.
No, they're available now for pre-order, and then they'll ship next month, early next month.
Yeah, and these are freaking awesome. So it's a real like lockpick set, and this is what they used to pick a real lock. And we actually it was really funny because we got a lot of people who came up there and they were like, "Wait, is this real?" Like they came back to the booth after lockpicking, they picked it successfully.
Yeah.
And they came back and like, "Wait, did I really just pick a real lock, or was this all like fake and set up?" It's like, nope, you just picked an actual lock.
So good.
And they're like, "Well, I don't feel safe anymore." And so that's the upshot of this, is that lockpicks are scary good, actually. But really, these things are awesome, and they're...
I think what you're trying to say is locks are
scary
crap.
bad.
Yeah, locks are scary bad.
Are they titanium? I'm not sure. Are they titanium?
No, they're just like...
Metal. Stainless steel?
Just stainless steel, I think. I was able to
Yeah.
pick the lock that we have here. This one right here. I was able to pick this lock right here with these things.
Yeah.
It took me about 5 minutes.
And this is like a basic set of lockpicks. You know, it's not like it's like a full set of like basic lockpicks. So they're pretty cool. They come in an invisible encase. Don't use them to break in anyone's house, but please do use them to try out on like your own padlock or whatever. And it's pretty cool. It's fun. It's a fun little hobby. And people loved it. There was like an hour-long line.
So yeah, we were thinking about giving these out to people, you know, on our lockpick set. You know, if people tried our lockpick, they get these things, and then we're like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have lockpicks flying around at PAX for everybody. Yep. And actually, when I say we were thinking, I was thinking, and then people like James are like, hey, maybe I don't feel so comfortable with that.
Well, I gotta say, I mean, initially, like when you guys originally told me about the idea, I was so in. I was like, oh, that's a fantastic idea. Like, I didn't see anything that could go wrong.
Right.
And then I sat on it for a week, and then like a week later, I was like, maybe not.
Maybe this isn't the best.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy mode reduced the cluster of guards after I explore everything and want to come to the exit door. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what easy mode's supposed to do.
Yeah. Awesome. That's cool. I mean, what it should be, if easy mode is working like we want it to, it should be reducing the feeling of sort of panic and a little bit relieving a little bit of the pressure on you, right? So it's like, you know, a little bit less insane to try to get through the early levels, especially. But we want it to stay the core game because I feel like, you know, we see easy mode in two ways. One way is it's like hopefully it's ramping up players to get into normal mode, which we feel like is a better game, right? Yeah. Normal mode is like more the way the game is like, it's the best version of the game.
That's right.
But we also want the easy mode to be a great version of the game too, in its own right.
I think that basically, you know, what we're talking about was that there's too much to learn in the game for normal mode. If we throw you into normal mode, then you know, it just gets, there's too many things to think about and you can't optimize enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
And so with easy mode, it allows you to optimize a little bit less and still be successful.
Yep,
right?
totally. So you don't have to have 15 hours in the game to get through level 3,
exactly.
right?
There you go.
Which you do right now. Because it's like the cognitive load of a single level is like so huge. Oh, God, there are a lot of freaking guards in this thing. Okay, go through here, close this door.
Yeah, let's keep going. Where are we going? What are we doing here? What corp are we in?
We are in Kano.
Okay.
We are an elite group of spies, and we are trying to infiltrate a corporation to earn money. Jamie, welcome to Invisible Ink.
Yep. So you see any of the new things yet? Yeah.
No, a computer and a safe. That's all I got so far. We're turning on a camera. Oh, there you go. That's. I went for a very.
Oh, you went very guarded. Okay.
Yeah.
What are we in the vault or what?
Yeah. I'm kind of trying for a no. So this guy.
Shit.
We're getting into the guy's coming. This guy on our forums has been doing a like cool. He's been saying that he's done cool runs, like no weapon runs and stuff.
Oh way.
And stuff like that. Yeah, he's really good. He has like he said he had like 120 hours played or something.
Holy
at
crap.
this point.
Yeah.
So he's better at this game than me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And,
although I saw my Steam account and it said 700 hours.
Mine is about 600.
Yeah.
But most of that is testing and
Indeed.
programming garbage. So I know there's no one in here because in a very guarded level there are 4 guards, and that's one, and that's one.
Yep.
So I can safely go in here.
Really, you count guards?
Yeah, you don't?
No, I never count guards.
I gotta take every advantage I get.
No.
All right, so there's
we should make it so there's like a random amount.
yeah, a little bit of jitter there.
Yeah, just a little bit of jitter.
Just to make me work to the end.
Yeah.
I like it. No, that I do actually agree that it's a bit weird that you can count cards. I was wrong anyway. Wait, what? Oh, I'm just wrong.
You're just wrong. Okay, sounds great.
Well, whatever.
Okay, so what's going on here? Are you gonna get screwed next?
No, I'm good. I'm hiding in between 2 things.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm just wrong. We are invading Vancouver, by the way. This is Vancouver. This is our stream room right here.
Good.
Okay, this guy's in a chump-tastic position. See, the problem with not knocking anyone out is you don't get a lot of money from these places if you don't knock anyone out.
Oh, well, he probably used banks.
Probably, yeah. Probably
right?
You can steal from everyone from
yeah,
behind.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right. So
for sure. All right.
I find it extremely. I knock everybody out, literally. I just.
Me too. I often do that, but I'm trying not to. I'm seeing what it looks like.
Okay, sounds good. So what kind of build are you gonna get then?
Let's see.
Piercing scanner.
It's not super useful. Dagger is useful. Let's go for that.
Because you're not knocking anybody out.
Yeah. We just want the early stuff, the early incarnate stuff.
So good.
I know. How am I gonna get through this? Well, let's see. This guy's gonna go here. This guy's gonna go back here, and this guy's gonna go back here. So he'll actually have a clean route to this next turn.
Sounds good.
But yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. You guys should add a Klei database in the Vancouver map. That's a good idea. It just has all our names in it. It's the credit. That's how you get to the credits.
Yeah, that's how you get the credits. So in Don't Starve, we actually have a Klei graveyard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's
kind of macabre.
Yeah, that's right. It sometimes shows up, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's got all our names in it. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. All right, no one in here. That's awesome. That's nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's super strong.
Dagger. Booyah. What a pickup.
Wow, nice.
Got everything.
You got everything.
So she'll go there, and we'll start clearing that stuff out. We got the elevator up here.
I do think that vault's probably too strong.
Now, I think so too. I agree.
It's just too good
it's now. a little too brutal. A little too much money on there. And everything else is like, if you don't get a vault, it's a little too bad, you know.
That's right. Except detention center. I mean, I actually do surprisingly like the security dispatch.
Yeah.
You sometimes it's just cool because you're like, oh,
you get a cool item sometimes.
How do I adjust my play based on this, right?
And sometimes you don't even find those items unless you go to a security dispatch.
Yeah, that's right.
It's hard to find 2 or 3 items unless you go to either a late game nanofab or a security dispatch at any point. Got these cultural artifacts. One thing about normal mode is the score multiplier, the reputation multiplier.
What is the multiplier?
It's like 3.5.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
It's pretty big.
Crazy.
Because the reason I did that is because you get less money, which is the other half of your score, right? So in easy you get more money. It's actually you get like so I wanted to make
you
it
get
so
more points because you
right.
got more money.
That's right.
I see.
So I wanted to make it like okay, normal scores just have more points in them by default, right? Like I felt like that was an equivalent normal run should have more points in it because it's literally called reputation, right?
That's right.
So it's like your reputation is higher if you do it on a higher difficulty.
That's right.
Makes
totally
sense.
Makes sense. Yeah. I just didn't realize that it was that different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the dev term for a set piece? Oh, we call them set pieces.
Yeah, we literally call them set pieces.
Yeah, it's called set pieces in the industry.
Prefabs?
Prefabs too, yeah.
Yeah.
Although a set piece specifically describes a prefab that's really cool, usually. Like a set piece is like set pieces are more like AAA things usually when I use it. It's like like a big falling plane and
I see. Yeah,
in Uncharted is a set piece.
Like
yeah, exactly.
That's right. Well, that whole freaking game is a set piece.
That's correct. Yeah, that's why we both thought of it.
Yeah, that's where you go.
Yeah. Reputation is just score, joke bit.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, so I don't know if how many of you guys went to PAX, but at PAX we won this award. Oh
my gosh.
And it was like my life is complete.
It was a beautiful, beautiful day for us.
Yes.
It was also, I mean, it's sort of funny too. It's like the, it's like a booby trap award, right?
It was. It was actually just terrible for me. It was actually just terrible.
I know.
So we won the. Oh come on! Are you kidding?
Yeah, that was a joke.
Come on.
Is it pretty funny?
Anyway, we won the best in-game tutorial award.
Yeah, which really just is the most complicated game award, right? Like, cause how many other even games at PAX had in-game
tutorial that you could actually play?
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of hurt my soul a little bit. I remember I spent like a month building that tutorial.
Yeah.
Right? And I was complaining that whole month. I'm like, I fucking hate building tutorials.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What do you think? Are we going for it? Yeah, right?
Yeah, there wasn't anybody there in the last turn, so nobody's going to come this turn.
There's someone here.
Oh, because of your security.
And he's going here, so he's going to pass through.
Yeah,
but I can get into here.
Yeah.
No camera? No camera.
Oh,
there you go.
Why do you just open doors?
If I peeked, I couldn't have gotten through it. That much you peek. Another one of these? Bogus. This game sucks. Alright. Oh, gross. Gross.
Are you gonna hack it?
Yeah, of course.
No, you gotta hack the big one at least.
No, first you hack them all with no damage, in case it's a firewall increaser. Then I hack the big one.
Yeah. Blowfish.
That's
okay, that's okay.
One blowfish isn't bad. And then we'll save this one because there's no reason to hack it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, sounds good.
And this guy can chill out here. He's safe here. This is a safe spot right now.
What other games have you worked on, Jamie and James? Well, I worked on Marketing and I worked on all the Klei games.
Jamie is the founder, one of the co-founders of Klei. And did you found it by yourself, or you and Jeff, right?
No, it was me.
It was just you.
It was me.
So
Alex was there as well.
I see.
Yeah, and Jeff came in like 3 years later.
I see. Oh, okay, really? I
Yeah.
thought the timeline was different then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jamie has worked on every Klei game by definition.
Mm-hmm. Did a lot of design work on market management. What'd you get, Fractal?
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, you don't care about Fractal right
perfect.
now. Don't.
Dude, he's fine. He's going this way. He's going here. We're good. You don't like the way I play.
No, I don't like the way you play.
I always get out okay, though.
I guess so.
I'm an aggressive player.
You're an aggressive player, but I still get out with less alarm level than you.
Yeah,
So
and
what's
better
going on
and
with
the
that?
same amount of loot.
So-
I think what's going on with that is that I'm also bad in addition to being aggressive. I can just walk through here, no problem. This guy's coming right here, right? Yeah, we're good. We're good.
No, no, you're playing it like a Twitch game. That's kind of how I
I'm
see
streaming
it.
on Twitch.
Yeah, yes, you are. Yes, indeed.
I do play fast and loose.
Yeah. You didn't say what games you worked on.
I have worked on Invisible Ink. That's it. I worked on that for about a year and a half. A little bit over a year and a half at this point at Klei.
Okay.
And then I made some games my own time.
Yeah, Mercury.
Some personal stuff. Yeah, Mercury is like it's a player-generated game, so it's basically the best players in each game got to generate the monsters for the next round.
Mm.
And Mercury is a huge success in my opinion. Not financially or popularity-wise, but I still think it's a fantastic game, and I wanna give it a proper send-off at some point.
Did you work on Ghost Recon?
I did. I worked on Ghost Recon Online. That's a Facebook version of Ghost Recon. Kind of it worked and it didn't work in certain ways. It had the potential to be cool, I think.
Yep.
But it got sort of muddled in the process.
Yep.
And I would say that game ended up sort of being a failed experiment more than anything else.
Mm.
But yeah, I really enjoyed working on it.
That guy's been stuck there for a few turns now, right? Deckard?
He hasn't been stuck there. He's just waiting for
What's he waiting for?
her to get
To get
stuff
away.
done.
Okay, I
He's-
see.
the
I
elevator's
see.
right here.
Got it, because you don't want to knock anyone out.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Okay, so he's going through there, so I'm fine here. If there's a corner here, right? Nope, there's not. Okay. Okay, well he's fine up here because he's cloaked. So he's fine here.
Is someone gonna walk through that door?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, okay. I see.
he's fine here. And then I can sneak him up to the elevator for the next turn.
Okay,
We'll
sounds
be good. Really, Austin? You knew about Mercury? That's funny. No, very few people knew about it. It got some press, but not a lot of players. It was also very difficult to play because it was my first game, so it was like literally I did online playthrough. I don't think did I tell you about this? I think I did. I did online playthrough like a like PHP calls from Python to a MySQL database.
As one does. Why
And
not?
I think well, it was just bad. I mean, it was just it did not work at all. It was not great. Sort of part of the reason that game fell apart is because the sort of infrastructure for it was not set up to handle a long-term thing. It was more of like an experiment. What's gonna happen?
I don't know. What's he gonna do? What's that other guy
Everything's
gonna
fine.
do?
This guy's gonna walk through here. This guy's just gonna
He's
come
gonna
around
turn
here.
Okay, sounds good.
What's this guy up to? That's my question. There's like a guy down here doing some stuff. What are we doing? Notice. So I can jump in here.
Mhm.
We got this guy, unfortunately. And I'll have to knock him out if I do that. So I think I can just chill out here this turn. Pretty sure I can, in fact. Peek goes here to hide. And we're good.
So let's talk a little bit about what we want to do next, right? Like, what are the issues that we see right now,
Yeah, totally.
right?
So, one of the biggest issues, which I guess actually a decent number of you probably haven't even seen, because, you know, if you've only played the game for a couple hours, you wouldn't have seen this yet. But the late game is kind of weird right now.
Yeah, I would say that what we're seeing right now is that the first 4 levels are super interesting
Yes.
because you don't know what your build is. You're trying to build it up so that you can handle the tier 2 guards. You're trying to handle it so that you can handle the guards with armor and things like that. And then afterward, you're like, well, I can beat the game with this, so I shouldn't take any risks anymore. And that's the ideal way to currently play. That's the optimal way to play, I'd say.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
Are you going to get caught the next turn there?
Well, this is a thing that happened because it's alarm level 5.
Okay.
The question, so alarm level 5, you'll get an interest point on one of your agents.
Yeah, that's right. But
question is who's
International gonna
coming?
get caught?
So if any one of these people is coming, I'm fine. If one of these 2 people is coming, I'm
Right.
screwed.
Right.
Whatever.
Like screwed.
Yeah, like she's dead screwed.
Yeah. Like pooched.
Like pooched.
Okay. So that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that you know, you care about your risk reward all the way through, all the way to the end.
For sure. So like after missions 5, 6, and 7, you just blaze through them at this point, and then the hostage mission, you just go straight, go to the exit.
That's right.
Do all that stuff, and the game works okay like that, but it's not as satisfying because the most I'm dead. The most satisfying moments in this game. Really?
Is this what? It's great. It's good times.
The most satisfying moments in this game are always the ones where see ya, International. Are always the ones where you get over greedy, right? And
That's right.
And then you lose stuff, and then you have to go recover it. And yeah, I mean the later missions just don't have that flavor. They have the flavor of okay, where's the exit? Okay,
well, I would say that
okay.
what it currently is like the last 4 missions is how good is your build now? Is your build good?
Right.
Then you're good.
Right.
Right.
Totally.
And that's basically what it is.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so,
but you still have to play well.
Yeah,
which is
that's
interesting.
true. It's true.
And you still have to get if you get a bad building spawn, you have to play really well.
Mm.
So those are still interesting.
But you don't have to take major risks like, oh, I need to get to the vault.
Totally.
Or I need to, right?
And if you get a good building spawn, it's boring.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
So if you get a bad building spawn, it can still be interesting. If you get good building spawns, it's boring. Or if your build is really solid, it's also boring. So I would say.
Where are you going now?
Scary Dispatch. Because I got there is a ninja behind me.
Yeah, there is.
That guy's sneaky.
Security Dispatch with one guy.
Yeah,
there was
because
no detention center?
He's gonna be so powerful. I don't need a second agent.
You don't need a second agent.
Yeah.
I hate it when you play.
I asked you. You didn't realize it was going to be like this. You thought it was going to be like, oh, wow, this guy has made the game. He's probably really good at it. Nope.
I watched James stream last night, too. And basically, I was just on the Twitch track going, this is so painful. No, don't do that. Right. Do this. No, don't do that.
I was streaming some gameplay. I ended up getting out of it fine, though.
You did get it out of it.
Get out of it fine.
But this time you did not. Not at all.
Listen, one agent alive. Everyone thinks you lose this game after you lose an agent, but I don't think so. I've seen people beat it with one agent. Although it's partially just because what we're talking about. The final mission is doable with one agent if you get a good spawn. And he has a decent build. Oops. Why did I run in there?
I don't know.
Am I still not knocking anyone out? Probably, right?
I think you should knock people out.
Nah, we're good.
All right. Sounds good. I mean, if you're going to choose an agent to knock people out, Deckard's the one.
It's true. It's true.
I'm actually having still, you know what's really interesting is I'm beating the game consistently with Deckard and Ninja Nationale. But when I don't use Deckard, I don't beat the game.
Really?
Yeah. For whatever reason, I'm really bad when I don't have Deckard. He's super, super good for me.
His AP is a lot is higher to start out with, which is pretty.
And the cloak is just clutch for me every single game. Right. I don't really get it.
Right. Does this game have controller support? It does not right now. I guess that could be something we look into adding in the future, but
I don't have. Calcutech says, have you thought about making missions that are still beneficial to complete in ways other than improving your own strength?
It's tough to. So you can have stuff like you were saying. Calcutech, I think, was saying. We've talked about this before. The idea that you lower the corporation's strength by completing missions, like you make it so the next mission's easier or whatever.
Sure.
The only problem with that is it's not. It doesn't feel great, you know. Like it's not obvious the ways in which you're improving.
That's right.
Right. It's like a weird kind of flimsy thing. It's very like ephemeral feeling, right? It's like, oh, maybe I helped myself this mission, but I'll never know because I don't know what it would have been like the other way.
That's right. I think that you could do it with reputation and that sort of thing, right?
Sure.
You can. I think that would work pretty well.
Yeah.
Where you do extra things in order to improve your score. But then that only people who care about score cares about that.
So
right?
and the game is already good for people who care about score,
right?
Because you actually get more score by getting more money. So you already play it properly. Like the late game is still fun if you're a score hunter.
That's right. That's true.
But most people aren't right now, and for good reason, I think, because this game is really hard to complete, and it should feel satisfying to complete even if you're not a score hunter.
And of course, we don't have any leaderboards or anything like that.
Exactly.
To
That's
compare.
right. To compare that kind of stuff. Yeah.
You must go to detention if you don't have agents. I agree.
I disagree.
But James disagrees.
Look at this. This is going great.
Until it's not great, right? It's as we said. It's. Are you gonna knock him out? Oh no, you're just gonna grab stuff from him.
Yeah, I gotta go to the security dispatch. We're fine.
Wow.
Listen, I'm ghosting through these missions. They just think all they know. For all they know,
Yes.
they found weird headphone girl in a building. She's dead, and
Yeah, that's right.
their problems are solved.
What are you doing? Why are you going back?
I need to go to the security dispatch.
Oh, it's over there. I see. I get it. But why don't you check out these? That's might be your exit.
Because I know they're my exit. Actually, this could be the exit, or this could also be the exit.
No, that's probably not the exit.
I feel like this is probably the exit.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably the exit. Okay.
It's
nice. You know, I do like that. I like that you can infer a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I keep saying that, you know, Invisible Ink is a true stealth game, whereas actually Mark the Ninja is less of a stealth game than this is, which is interesting because, you know, obviously people like Mark the Ninja as a stealth game.
Yeah.
But you know, Mark the Ninja has like moment-to-moment limited information.
Right.
But in this game, it's consistently always limited information.
Right. So you're
always trying to infer more information.
Right. So you're saying in Mark the Ninja, you can basically like know the level, and it ceases to be a stealth game. It's now just a
puzzle game.
Puzzle game.
It's a puzzle execution.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a very satisfying puzzle execution.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But in this game, like right now, you're screwing up left and right because you don't know the level. If you knew the level,
I'm doing fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
It's going great. Deckard's more of a loner anyway.
Hi guys, are you planning on reworking the current score system? It's pretty basic.
Yes, I think so.
We're definitely, you know, it was actually on purpose that, you know, we put in a score system that's very basic, you know, just to let people just have a, us included, have a way of testing out, you know, how does score work? Is it interesting, right? And then when we're ready to actually flesh it out, that's when we would actually have the leaderboards, we'd have all that other stuff. What are you doing?
I thought it was a camera. I thought there might be a safe in there.
Sounds good. Of course, now I'm just speechless as I'm watching you. Right. So we're going to absolutely we're going to relook at the score system.
And Ninja's also, I mean, Silergic
okay
makes a good point in chat that Ninja is more of a power fantasy game, whereas Invisible Ink it's like whatever the opposite of a power fantasy game is, right? It's like this weird. You're very weak in this game. Do you agree?
Of course, I agree that in this game you're weak, but also in Ninja, it is a. We actually explicitly say that it's not a power fantasy, I see. But at the same time, I understand why you would say it is. It's just a definition. Right?
For me, yeah, for sure. I think it's not a power fantasy compared to a lot of games.
That's right.
But compared to Invisible Ink, it's more of a power fantasy.
Sure.
Especially when you get strong. When you get strong in Ninja, you have like terror darts and stuff. So you can just really wreck stuff. Yeah.
But still, you're a glass cannon, right?
You are totally.
But here, you're not a glass cannon. You're just weak.
Yeah, you're just always weak.
You're just always weak the whole way through. I guess you could be strong if you're like Shilem
guns and
with
guns and stuff. Yeah,
piercing scanners and all that kind of stuff, right? This is a pretty big issue in the stealth game. I feel. What's going on there?
But about how strong are you in a situation where you find yourself cornered and have to fight back? Does it pull further attention? So in this game, when you find yourself cornered and have to fight back, you basically lost. Most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, what you're trying to do is avoid attention afterward. Even when you're caught, you're like, how do I get to the point where I no longer have that attention?
Yeah, unless you're very powerful in this game, it's very hard. I mean, I'll say this. If you're cornered in, like, Mission 5 and you have to fight back, sometimes you can get out. Because you have, whatever, a super strong clicking rig or a gun, whatever. If you're cornered in, like, Mission 2, then you're probably done.
Yep, and if you're cornered in Mission 5, I mean in Mission 2 you can shoot, but then, you know, we make you pay for it, right?
Sure, totally.
We just make you pay for it later in money now and all
but
that.
It's pretty hard to actually get cornered. Usually what you'll find yourself in is like a situation where 2 guys are firing at you, and I don't consider that. Like, the real cornered situation in this game is like 6 people are on you.
Oh, then you
just can't get out of those situations.
That's right.
But if you're talking about just running into a guard or 2, then you can get out of those situations with some expense. That's kind of the point of the game, is that you can get out. You build a build that can either perform very well without pressure, or you build a build that performs equally without pressure, but also lets you get out of situations, right? So you have like a build that's like 10 out of 10 when you're not fighting, and 0 out of 10 when you're fighting. Or you have a build that's like 7 out of 10 when you're not fighting, and 5 out of 10 when you're fighting.
Sure.
Like, you actually can fight back a little bit. That's sort of the way I think about building in this game.
I love playing the 10 out of 10, 0 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
I like both. I do occasionally do either. So like sometimes I do a titanium rods build where I try to get like just an agent up to 7 KO.
Yep.
And that's very much a 10 out of 10, 0 out of 10 build. Because it's like if I can KO a dude, then I'm golden. But if it's not going so well, then you can't KO a dude from the front when they're trying to shoot at you. So it's not that helpful in that situation.
Dude, you are doing well. Damn,
It's going fine.
look at that.
They're not even really close here, so I can kind of
You just keep going, right?
check out what's over here. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Cuckduck says, yeah. So you're talking about in FTL when you play. If you don't get a good start in FTL, you might as well just restart.
Sure.
Because you're behind the curve, right? So
That's
what happens is there's a curve in FTL, and if you're ahead of the curve, then it's a snowball effect. You just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger because everything costs fewer resources for you to kill, right?
Yep.
And you're using fewer resources and you're gaining more resources. Whereas the flip side's true, if you get behind the curve, then you use tons of resources and you don't even gain all that much for it.
That's right.
So in FTL, once you get behind the curve, you might as well just quit if it's early on in the game.
I would say that that's not the case in here.
Yes, I would agree. Because most of your techniques in here, as you can see, I didn't use a single item this entire level.
That's right.
And that's part of the reason this game is so hard to make difficult later on. That's part of the reason our late game...
Because playing well is so important in this game.
That's right. And it doesn't use items. Execution can make up for a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in FTL, your execution is relatively small. It's like 10% of your play is your execution. And a much larger chunk of your play is what you've picked up, right? And your strategies and how they've panned out.
That's right. I mean, maybe 10% is a little pushing it.
I should clarify that. By the end of the game, execution is very minimal.
Sure.
In the beginning of the game, you have to execute to get on top of the curve.
That's right.
But once you're on top of the curve, it's sort of just you ride that snowball as best you can. You sort of, it's more, in my opinion, about developing a long-term strategy that's good and making good decisions rather than actually like, oh, I shot that, I shoot all my lasers at the same time or whatever, right? That kind of stuff is less important. I think James Factory, are you the guy who has like 110 hours played?
Yeah. James Factory is the one who keeps saying the game is too easy, which it is. It totally is too easy. We totally agree.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be able to beat the game every second, every basically most tries.
Yeah.
Right. That's where I am right now, and I think.
Or you should, but it should be quite an effort for you, and it should. More importantly, it should feel good late game. Right, it should be like, oh wow, I'm really satisfied by how this is going, rather than being like, okay, well, I beat the beginning, time to cruise my way to the victory.
And the point is really that our late missions aren't testing your builds hard enough. Yeah. I think that's ultimately what it is.
Yeah.
And so, what we're doing, soon is building the late game so that it tests your build. Is your build good enough over a bunch of different tests?
Yeah.
Also, one of the major things that I don't like right now is that you can just choose. What is going on there? It's another one of those.
Okay.
You can just choose. What the hell?
See this?
More stuff. Yeah.
See what I'm dealing with over here?
Which corpse you want to play?
Yes. You should not be able to do that.
I don't think you should be able to choose which corpse you want to play.
Because what it is right now is it definitely allows you to skip all the hard stuff that's hard for your build.
That's right.
Yeah. And it doesn't force you to adapt at all, right? It's too much choice.
So I mean, if in 5, 6, 7 missions 5, 6, 7, you can just choose all the levels that are easy for you. I mean, that's just basically what's happening right now.
Yep.
Did you see that?
Used your cloak already? Get through there.
I did.
I guess it's all right to use a cloak early.
I'd rather use it early and then get 2
and
uses out of it on the level.
exactly.
That's the goal, yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I think I screwed up though because I should have stolen from that guy when I had the opportunity.
Hmm.
Although I feel like I can do it right now, actually.
Oh, pass card.
Nice, that's
Very
what I
nice.
wanted.
That's what you needed.
That's what I wanted. Oh, look how good that is.
Yeah.
It's insane, actually. I leveled up his stealth very early, by the way. I did that. That thing I used to think was bad.
Yes. By the way, do you use Anarchy a lot?
I do. I love Anarchy.
Really
I leveled up. I maxed up very early because, well, first of all, if you're score hunting, it's
okay. If you're score hunting,
it's a must.
it basically is a must, which might be a flaw.
It might be a flaw in the game.
But what I don't like about it is, as we discussed right now, the way that's tuned is that the late game is not as hard as the early game.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you optimize for the late game with Anarchy? Why do it?
Purely because I want to do fun builds. I've been trying to do like cool builds where I just get a lot of different kinds of items.
I see.
Which you kind of don't need to right now. All you need to do is do a mediocre build, right?
That's
that
right.
just gets you half the way,
That's right.
and then you're good, like we've been
And
talking
don't
about.
risk too much.
Exactly.
In the beginning, right?
So what I want to do is make it so that you do have to risk it a little bit more on those late game items, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do have to be a little bit more like, oh, I do have to figure out what my build's going to be this time around, and I can't just do like what allows me to survive the next 3 levels, right? That's I want builds to be more involved than that, for sure.
So basically, you're just trying it out. That's really what you're going for.
I just like to test out the items, right?
Yeah,
and not just build whatever. Oh god, this was useless.
Yeah, that was really useless.
I thought there might be a safe effect there.
Yeah.
So do you hack console databases in this section? Because you can, if you hack them, right, then it kind of gives you a layout of the level.
Exactly. That's perfect.
Yeah, so it's
that was
like,
really good.
Yeah.
We did think about putting the a layout database, a map database.
I think it's in the game.
Really, we have a map database, right?
It's in the dev build. We're
Nice.
testing it out. I think
Right,
we're looking
right,
at what it feels like.
Yeah. So talking a little bit about what's in the dev build, maybe not spoiling all the features
Yeah, I hope so.
that's going on, but we do have a bunch of different changes like the equip. You can equip your items now.
Yeah.
Um,
So that helps with the bug where you used to be able to use 2 tasers, but you had to drop
you have
one.
to drop one, exactly.
Yeah.
In the dev build, is it already in that you can swap your items out at the end of a
Jason's working on that right now.
okay, so you're going to be
That's
able
coming in, yeah.
to put your items into a slot, I guess. What do you call it?
A stash.
A stash
Yeah.
at HQ.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be in there too.
Yep, in between missions, stash, and you can also manage items between agents with
Mhm.
that. So you can, instead of having to trade in the elevator or whatever you do right now,
That's right. And of course, the more interesting thing is that there's new threats that are
Yep,
coming in.
new
which
threats.
Of course, we're not going to spoil right now.
Nope.
Oh, what are you going to do?
I wish I could bribe.
You don't have enough money to bribe.
I don't.
Aw.
I hate this. I hate this.
We totally need to write more incidents.
I know. I really like them.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah, why not? Whatever. This one's not too
Yeah,
bad.
that's good. I like Siphon most
Yeah.
of the time. Have you been hit by Labyrinth yet?
Annoying?
I don't know. I haven't tried it. I haven't been hit by it.
I
at
haven't
all.
been hit by it either.
Yeah.
I don't actually hack a lot of damage. Because usually I just play like through 4 or 5 missions, then I find a bug I want to fix.
Right. I
So I don't actually get
see.
to
You don't get
those.
to the last parts
where there are
there's
tons of damage,
enemies
yeah.
everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah. Klei, by the way, is that normal for a guard to go investigate when you open a door right behind his back?
Yes.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
on
guards
purpose.
investigate when you open doors near them by design.
Let's look up here.
I forgot I was getting a server farm out of this. That's why there's so many computers. Oh, come on.
I feel that hierarchy for passkeys on non-banks characters is stronger than stealth, honestly. Interesting.
Interesting. I like Anarchy a lot because you don't have to annoy guards, right? So they don't come looking for you.
Yeah, but you know, we say that a lot. I mean, I hear that a lot. But
Yeah.
for my play, I don't care that they come around and look for me.
Yeah, because
It
you're out of
doesn't
level so
actually-
fast.
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess.
out of there, right?
Yeah.
I'm just, I just keep moving.
Yeah.
And I always put myself into safe spots.
Yep.
So what you're doing a lot is like observing and putting yourself into like these. You're like duking around and
Yeah.
putting yourself into. I just put myself into spots that nobody can ever find me. Like there, like
Yeah.
just now, right?
Yeah.
Like I just constantly put myself in those positions.
Interesting.
And that's how I play.
Nice.
And so I knock everybody out, and then I just constantly end my turn in safe positions.
Yep.
And I get through the level that way.
Yeah.
You're not gonna buy a.
I already have dagger. I like my dagger.
Yeah, but maybe you get wings or whatever. I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe there's a wrench in there. That's
Right?
true. Yeah.
Should do slow.
That is a good thing about wrench is that it does make you want to look at this, doesn't it? Have you guys seen a wrench yet? I heard someone saw wrench. And I thought it was like a bug or
Yeah,
something.
they thought it was an update.
I thought it was an update.
Yeah, that's what they thought.
No, wrench has been in there. Nope, no wrench.
No wrench. What about Parasite?
I like
You want
Oracle.
Parasite? You like Oracle?
I
You
do
use
like
it.
Oracle. Yeah.
I've never used it.
It's good.
I've actually never used it.
Alright, we can steal from this guy. Is he stationary? Probably, right? Yeah. Because he was there last time.
Okay, good times. I'll just use up my AP stand behind him and then see if he's.
Oh, that guy!
Oh no! There goes your ghost run.
It's like still a ghost run. That turret just malfunctioned. It's fine.
It's good times. Do you plan on a way to forget some programs so we can buy others? Yes. Yes, we plan on doing that. In fact, you know, one of the things that we're thinking about is reducing your max number of programs and then allowing you to be able to upgrade incognito so you can buy more programs.
Yep.
That's one thing. And the other thing is, yes, you should be able to uninstall programs as well. We're not exactly sure how we're going to do that yet, but yeah, that's definitely on the list.
Yep, I agree.
The other thing that we're thinking about, endless mode as well. I mean, people have been talking about endless mode, and I do want to address that a little bit here. We just kind of wanted to put it out there just to see how people are playing it, and it's definitely broken. Like, it's definitely not tuned.
Right, because it goes down in difficulty the more you play.
That's right. That's right. And so it needs to be more interesting than that. We have some ideas. Basically, there needs to be a way to attrition.
Yep.
You can't just keep building up and up and up, and then have you know, your the fully decked out team at all times.
That's right. That's right.
That's just uninteresting.
Yeah.
Right. So you know, we're looking into that. It's less on our priority right now. Just to let everyone know, it's less on our priority right now. We want to make sure that the story mode is really, really strong.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but it is on our list, and we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there we go. Have you played endless mode at all?
I have. I've checked it out. I made sure it worked.
Right.
I haven't played it beyond story mode amount of days, right?
Okay,
so I haven't
see.
played it beyond whatever 5 days,
Right.
3 days.
Hey, so we're about 4:15, so we should start.
Oh, we start taking Q&As.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Let me just get this level real quick, and then we'll do
sounds
Q&A.
good.
I think I'm almost done
What
with
does Wrench do? You should go find it.
Yeah, it's cool.
You'll figure out. What
Ask
it does.
someone who's seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is the plan to keep endless mode or something like that in through launch, or is it largely a testing thing? You know, I think that we want to keep it.
The question is, what does it become?
Exactly.
It might become very different from what it is right now,
Mhm.
but there will be, almost definitely, I think, we're thinking that we want to keep some form of it around.
That's right.
You know, what that is exactly is up in the air. It might not look exactly like what it is right now. It might be a better version of what it is right now. It'll definitely, I can say this much, that we'll almost definitely be changing something about it.
We will change something
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
There's no way that we can just leave it the way
I
it is.
agree.
It's really boring.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Where's
All
the
right.
elevator, by the way? Do you know?
Let's look around.
It's like here, right?
Go into. Oh, I guess it must be there.
Yeah.
Do you still have cloak? Holy crap!
That's fine. We're good. I can actually just... I'm fine. Funnily enough. Thank you.
There it is. Look at that. Okay,
Alright, we did it.
cool.
See, that's solo. You can solo AJ run. It's pretty good.
You can.
Look how much reputation I'm gonna get. Oh, what? Bull. Have a lot, right? Yeah.
1800. It's all right. It's okay. You could have got more by doing other
Having
things.
2 agents.
By having 2 agents, exactly.
Alright, that's our run. For
Okay,
Ryan.
so when are we going to stream Don't Starve Together? Soon. Maybe next week? I don't know yet.
Yeah.
It's working.
It's
so-
very cool. I saw it at PAX.
Yeah.
People were playing it. It
That's
was
right.
really fun. We had a huge multiplayer tournament of Don't Starve at PAX.
Yep.
So we had...
Can we change the screen so it's just us now?
Oh yeah, sure. I don't know if I have that as a preset, but I can drop it. I can just increase the size of this thing so it's us, right?
Yep, sounds good.
Hey, it's us.
So I'll tell you a story. I played Don't Starve Together at PAX.
Yeah.
And I sat down and I was like, oh great, I get to play with random people now. So that sounds fun, right?
Yeah.
So I sit down and I choose Wilson,
Yeah.
and then some other people choose Wilson, and I'm like, hey, it's a family of Wilsons. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, how are you guys doing? And then the next person that joins us, Wilson, he's like, there can only be one Wilson. and he comes. So he comes around with an axe immediately.
Yeah, of course.
Right? And so I'm starting to run away for a bit. And I'm like, okay, do I really want to? And I'm running away like, please stop
Yeah.
killing me.
Yeah.
Right?
Typing and
moving
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? And then I wrap around a beefalo.
Yeah.
And I kind of force him to accidentally click on the beefalo. And so he like
Classic. He
hits
aggroes the
He
beefalo.
aggroes the beefalo, and the beefalo's like,
Yeah.
coming at him now. And actually, before I did that, I tried to get bees on him. I tried to get this on him,
Yeah.
and it's just hilarious. It was. But then there was like the other the cosplayers that came in,
yeah.
and they all sat down and they were
They
like all
cooperated.
cooperating.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you go and do this. I'll go and do this.
How far did they get? Did you see? Did they make a
Well,
base?
yeah, I think so. But there's
Yeah.
only 15 minutes, right?
Right, in that
So-
demo, yeah.
And that's the thing, it's really hard to tell what Don't Starve Together will feel like because it takes hours to actually play it properly.
Right, and also presumably, I mean, have we said yet whether or not we're doing like server permanence?
Yeah,
Have we talked about that?
well, for sure, you know, we're going to let people run their own servers. Right?
So then when you log out of that server and log back in, your stuff will still be there?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, and so people will be able to, at least that will be an option, right? People will be able to do that, and then you'll be able to have a consistent
So if you were running one of those servers, then yeah, you could just hop in and like, oh, I'm going to improve my base a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be super, super fun. Super interesting.
That's amazing.
Lord Wilson of the Flies, indeed, exactly what happened. That was exactly what happened.
Right.
Yeah. I'm more of a fan of Endless. Endless mode should become a career mode, take on random missions and levels. Yeah, I mean, it works.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
And that's the thing. Like, there are just so many different options of what we want to do.
Yeah.
And we need to.
Yep.
We need to choose.
Yeah.
Okay. What other questions are there?
Other questions?
Are we going to get dedicated servers provided by Klei? I can't answer that because I think the answer is we don't know yet.
Yeah.
And what I do know is you'll be able to host your own servers.
Yep.
And since you'll be able to host your own servers, you can create dedicated servers. That's for sure.
Yep.
Whether we're going to do it or not, I don't know yet. It's something that we're investigating.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need to take a look.
Yeah, so if you look at Rust or something, most of the servers on that game are hosted by third parties.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like something like 95% of those servers are all third party stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to work pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Does Banks have an anarchy upgrade kind of like a nerf? Because it feels like such an anti-synergy.
I don't understand what you mean by that.
It's an anti-synergy against the Paralyzer.
I see. So you don't want to knock someone out because you just steal from them.
You can steal from them, exactly. And the way that we thought about it was that, you know, we wanted to give her things that anarchists would do.
That's right.
That's basically what it is, as opposed to
sort of an amoral style of play.
Yeah, and so you can unlock doors, you can steal from people, you can paralyze them. Like those are kinds of the feel of that kind of the player rather than the actual mechanics there.
With new guard, drone, etc. types, are there any ideas floating around for sharper hearing guards, etc.? So sound is in a weird place right now because actually nothing you do makes sound except running.
That's right.
I believe running and shooting a gun. Oh, you know, not even shooting a gun, just running.
When other people shoot a gun.
That's right. When other guards shoot a gun and running are the only things that make sounds. Also, guards make sounds.
Yeah.
So when they hear you, they'll like do a shout to everyone in the area. But the only thing you actually do.
Ping.
The only thing, oh yeah, ping. So ping and running are the only two things that the agent can actually do that creates a sound. So, I mean, we've toyed around with having hearing stuff matter, but it actually, I mean, it's not a huge difference because you know, I mean, it only matters when you run, right? So it's not, it's hard to make it super interesting. Having something that's hears better.
And you know, in an earlier version of the game, whenever you moved around, you would make noise, and it was actually by default running, and then you had to click a button to sneak. Yeah. And basically just everybody would get caught all the freaking time.
Yeah, it was garbage.
Right. And so,
not the way
you know, we kind of, you know, put on the side the sound system, right?
Yeah.
Will we bring it back more? I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I think visual, I think sight is more interesting.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
So I think that you'll see some of that for sure.
Calcutech, just to confirm, is the idea with the Invisible to alternate between updates focused on the agency and updates focused on the court? Not really. I mean, it might go that way because of how balance works.
Yep.
But we definitely have some updates that couldn't either, that won't nicely fit into either of those categories, I think.
Right. I think what you'll see is small updates and then bigger updates.
Yes.
Small updates and bigger updates.
Totally.
I think that's what you'll see.
So kind of like, you know, just a little bit of content to keep you going, and then like a big feature, right? And then a little bit of content, and then a big feature.
Yep.
And I think mechanically, we're not planning that much. I mean, there's not that much left mechanics-wise in the game to do. Maybe like one or two new mechanics will come in, but there'll be big features basically. So like, you know, I don't want to spoil any of them, but we're excited about them.
Yep. Do you plan on ever adding an agent who doesn't have a melee weapon? So we actually, at first, I actually deleted the Neurodisruptor entirely from Shalem. And I guess thankfully they didn't do that because everyone calls him Phelan.
Does anyone? I've never heard that.
Really?
He gets called Phelan?
Yeah, people call him Phelan.
That's pretty funny.
So he would be the natural way.
Yeah.
I don't know. don't know. Again, it's hard to say. It's such a delicate balance.
Yeah.
What I do like is I like the spiky agents. So I would say the answer is it could quite easily happen.
Totally. They would probably have a different way to do something.
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Yeah, they would have like a totally different, like, you know, oh, he like scrambles remotely with a thing or whatever. It would be something different, some cool different thing that he would do. But I think it would be hard to make an agent that just doesn't have any way to deal with guards. That would be like an expert level agent, maybe. I don't know.
I have some ideas.
Yeah.
I have some ideas.
Yeah. When can we expect a replay system? I think a replay system would be cool. We don't have it. Like we don't. I don't know if it's in scope for beta. I mean, there are a lot of other really important things to put in.
What I can say is I really want to have a replay system.
Me too. Yeah.
And I think that it will go in. We just don't know the time frame of it.
That's right. That's right.
And the thing is, you know, technically it works already.
Yeah.
Right. We have a replay system.
Yeah.
And so it's not like we have to rewrite the game to do a replay system.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of niggly little things that would have to get done in order to make it so that everyone else can use it.
That's right.
You know, it's on our list.
Yeah, it's on the list. It's tough. I mean, a lot of stuff with like older. As soon as you make a new build, it breaks the replays.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of stuff there where you want to like, oh, let's let people watch older replays. Then we have to save older versions of the build and make the file size, whatever. There's a lot of stuff there that's really complicated. I agree, James Factory, that the Spec Ops guards are one of the most interesting guards. I agree. I think the null drone's pretty good too, actually.
I love the null drone.
Yeah. So, but we are planning on having basically guards that are very different from the current ones. Some of our new threats are definitely, rest assured, they're not just regular guard, but stronger.
Yep. All right, do you plan any changes for guard AI? Make them smarter and less predictable, abusable? You know, I'm going to talk a little bit about this.
Go for it.
One of the things that I talked to Tatham and others about, and Brooke about for Mark and the Ninja, was make the AI stupider. It was actually very specific. Make them dumber. And the reason is because the fun of the game is to manipulate the guards. And if you can't predict how they're going to work, you can't manipulate them properly. Right? And so my opinion is the game is more interesting when you have a bunch of predictable stuff layered on top of each other, which creates a crazy situation,
That's right.
than it is having a single thing have a complex interaction.
That's
right? And so that's why, you know, I would actually say that having a smarter AI is less interesting than adding new types of AI which layer on top of our current ones, which is what we're doing. We're having new types of AI that layer on top of the current ones, although we may tweak the current ones a little bit more.
Totally agree.
Right? So
if we're going to tweak them, we'd want to tweak them to make them more predictable even. In fact, the places where they fail right now are the places where they do something unexpected. Yeah, because we want the difficulty should come from puzzle solving and problem solving and creative solutions, not from you know.
I didn't know they were going to turn around.
That's right, or an AI that feels genuinely smart, right? Because it's like.
But the thing is that a smart AI. I mean, I've been in AI program for a long time. A smart AI doesn't feel like a smart AI. It feels like unfair AI.
That's right.
That's actually what it feels like.
That's right.
Right. And so what we actually want is for people to feel like, oh, I lost because of me, rather than I lost because of some randomness that I don't understand. Right. And so that's my answer to that.
Any environment changes, even just aesthetically? Yeah, well, I mean, as the beta goes on, I don't know about the next update, but as it goes on, we'll be adding new environments and stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to be definitely adding new locations as well. So right now there are, how many locations there are? 5?
6. Detention, server, security, vault, detention server, security, vault, executive terminals.
5.
Is that 5? Is that all of them? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess 5.
Yeah. And so we're definitely going to have more of those. And what's interesting about that is we want people to be able to play the game and not find the ones that they want, right? That's right now, because we only have 5, you know, you spawn 4 in the beginning. Is it 4 in the beginning?
Oh, NanoFab. That's 6.
Oh, NanoFab 6. Thank you, guys. And you spawn 4 in the beginning. You're probably gonna get what you want. You just gotta wait. you're probably going to get what you want. And I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want it so that you're like trying to figure out, like you're trying to go to the executive terminal so you can find all the things you want.
Yep.
You know, every time you play, you can't play the same way every single time.
Yeah.
And a lot of what's going on right now is I can play the same build the same way every single time because there's only enough content for that.
Yep.
And again, I spoke about this before, but I really feel like it's like a base set of cards right now. That's what we have, where everyone's playing the same sets.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna stretch that out so people have different experiences.
Don't Starve Together stream, please. Yep. We'll this will include a Don't Starve Together stream at some point.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hopefully soon.
And
then I'll have different people too. So I mean, it's not always going to be me and Jamie. I think it's going to have different people on this, but it just happens that we're thinking about Invisible Ink a lot recently.
You mentioned in the past that old agents will be updated and added. Is that true for the Corpse 2? There's definitely going to be...
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes. So
yeah.
And they're going to be really interesting.
Yeah. It's a surprise as to what is coming back. But
I'm really looking forward to that, actually.
Yeah, me too. Very excited about it. But we need to solve our late game issues first before it was even interesting, right?
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
Yeah.
In the same way that different corps have different flavors, might they have different loot? So we discussed this before too. One of the things is, for example, we said, okay, maybe server farm should only happen in Senkaku, for example, right? And there's a pro and a con to that. I mean, the pro, of course, is that it gets people to go to Senkaku, right? Yeah. But the con of that is that we're more and more prescribing how the experience goes, you know, and I like the randomness of it.
Yeah, and so the more we do that, the less like options there are for the game, right? It's like the replayability is lowered for everything we restrict to certain things.
That's right.
So you get you get fewer interesting situations, you get fewer interesting build possibilities. So initially at least while we have minimal content, you know, maybe if we expand it out and we have tons of content, then we can start restricting some of it to certain places.
That's right.
Who voices Central? Do you know her name offhand?
Oh, I forget her name.
I shouldn't have thrown out the question. I've forgotten her name.
Oh, I'm really
sorry. She's really good though.
She's super good.
Yeah, we're gonna keep working with her.
And that's another thing, that we are going to be working on a lot of lore. There is a lot of lore to the game.
Yep.
And we just haven't been.
Me and Jason have been talking about lore all day. Actually, we spent the whole day talking about lore so far.
It's just not in there.
Yep.
There we go. I think that we're done. Another 3 minutes or so.
The most fun I have with this game is sneaking through areas and massive amounts of guards searching the place. Me too. Would it be possible to have these situations come up, but without needing the player to screw up and get to alarm level 5, like a mission type? Yeah, it's an interesting idea for sure. I mean, I think that as we get in, so the only mission you guys have seen is hostage, right? I think we have more stuff like that planned.
Yep.
Some of it could or could not mess with the alarm level, I don't know, or like, you know, have different sort of versions of that. But there's definitely more stuff planned that's not just the risk-reward safes elevator thing.
Yeah.
That's the basic mission.
I think so.
Yeah.
Although I actually did agree with someone else had posted that, you know, we say the objective is go find the elevator.
Yeah.
And maybe that shouldn't be there.
Right, maybe it should be like loot, gain as much as you can.
And then leave.
Right?
Yeah.
We used to have that, and it was quite confusing to people. So I don't know. I don't know what the right way to do this.
Yeah, interesting. Dogs, sleeping dogs. We talked about this last time. Really, I have a dog.
Yeah.
You know, we love dogs.
Yeah.
And it really always hurts us that we end up like beating up on the dogs.
You can have a dog friend, maybe a dog agent.
You can have a dog agent. You can have robotic dogs.
Robotic dogs.
You can have things that are like dogs, like
cockroaches.
Mechanically. So, you know, mechanically they can smell you or whatever.
Sure.
You know, that sort of thing.
I don't know. I went straight for cockroaches. That's weird. What else we got here? Thank you, Topanka.
Yeah.
Dog agent would be pretty cute. Like the Mega Man, like Rush. Is that what the dog in Mega Man's called?
I don't know.
That thing's adorable.
Hey, has anybody played easy mode here?
Oh yeah, if you played easy mode, holler. What do you think?
I want to know, how, you know, is it interesting to you guys?
Yeah. How much easier is it? Is it still interesting? Is it still Invisible Ink? Fundamentally? Is it how's the
especially people who felt like the alarm was overbearing?
Yeah.
Does that fix it for you guys?
Right.
You know?
Does that one alarm level help enough that it feels less like a speed run and more like a spy mission?
Mm-hmm.
Normal only. How's normal only?
Nope,
Normal's still good.
Nope.
Yeah.
Things that are more like dogs, cockroaches. That's right.
I don't know. I was just thinking animals. Like a whole robot cockroaches. Would be pretty creepy.
No. I don't think so. Well, actually, we do have a cockroach. The parasite.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
parasite looks like a cockroach.
It's kind
to
of
me,
gross,
right?
Yeah.
So it's hilarious. Okay, good times. Any plans for variants of agents? Yes, I have like a list of 20. I don't know. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, yeah. We want variants.
But we want to make sure that each one is great. So
Yep.
I just spat out a whole lot of different ones that we're
Yep.
going to be working on. So
Yep.
there we go. I'm worried easy mode is making me lazy. I bet it is. I'll bet it is.
Yeah, but once you beat easy mode, you can go back to normal, and then
Yeah, exactly.
and then you'll feel better about it.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good. Thank you guys for joining us. Same time, same place next week, right?
Mhm. And maybe we don't starve together next time,
Ooh, exciting.
right? We should figure out, if there's more things that we can show as well from an Invisible Ink standpoint.
Yeah, rather than just playing the game.
Yeah, just rather than
There's
just playing the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, we can always get later. We can get a save game file that's later on. in the
Yeah, I
game
would
or
love to do
something.
that. Actually,
Yeah,
I would love to be able to play like a later level and just,
yeah, totally.
have you run around.
And fail.
Works out. All right, thank you very much.
Okay,
We'll do it
thanks
again
everyone
next
for tuning
week.
in. Cheers. Cheers.
Bye.
I'm shrink this down.
Mhm.
Whoa.